Today is September 15th and I'm doing a software test for the separate motor. This is a little different obviously from the flight hardware, but we have the BeagleBone Black, the same we're using for the motherboard module 2, hooked up to the evaluation board for the separate motor driver. The same driver that's on the interface control board is right here. We have the same pins for I2C connection and GPIO hooked up to that chip, that driver. And then instead of the separate motor for payload on the satellite, we have a simple 3D printer motor that is very similar as far as how the phases are set up. It should be identical for evaluation. We also have 5 volts hooked up from a BEC from this battery back here. So essentially, this setup will allow us to test the software that we wrote in Python for a separate motor. So if I go over to the script I've wrote, I just type in a distance. So we're gonna type in 30, which would simulate traveling 30 millimeters based on the pitch of our screw. We'll type in Y, hit enter, and this will start spinning and outputting the distance that it should be at for a separate motor. And we can see here that the separate motor is spinning clockwise, and the speed at which this spins depends on the code. So we specify how often it steps. But essentially this is the proof of concept for doing this first with just the evaluation board before we go to the interface control board with the final payload separate motor. So now that's stopped, the output says final position reached successfully, and the code stops.